Hey guys, welcome to Not.So Random Chat, the nighttime live stream where we talk about whatever we want to. So, settle in and grab your libation. It could be your wine or tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink. And let's just sit back and chill. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you guys ready? Okay, well, so am I. So let's get into it. Here I come. Hola, from the west side. Happy Wednesday. All right. So I'm sorry I'm a little late, y'all. I'm sorry I didn't come on yesterday. But it was a lot going on in these YouTube streets yesterday. And I'll get to that a little later on. But let me come on camera. Hey, everybody. That's kind of crazy. Anyway, hey guys. Happy Wednesday. Let me grab my fan because I'm going to be hot under these lights tonight, y'all. And myself got me a nice tall cup of lemonade. Sip. So it's been a busy week for me at work, y'all. It has been busy at work. I mean, busy, but good busy. Good busy. So I'm happy about that. Happy about other things that I'm doing to get additional streams of income coming into the doorway. So I'm working on some other things. But there's been a lot of deaths going on. And, you know, it's crazy. We had comedian David A. Arnold, who was, I think, 53 years old, 53, 54 years old. Hey, Queen. Hey, Angel. Hey, Uppity. He was He was the stand-up comedian behind all the other stand-up comedians. And if you have not looked at his two Netflix specials, please go look at them. Check out his Instagram, because that's how a lot of people really, I think, found out about him. He, during the pandemic, he just was always doing stuff, talking about his family, doing stuff with his family. And he had a massive heart attack. Now, if you don't know his story, he was over 20 years clean. When he was younger, he was on that stuff. And he had been in rehab several times. But he had gotten his life together, was doing what he was supposed to be doing, and people were just seeing he was reaching his destiny. And he was about to go on a 100-city tour. He was supposed to be on Sherry Shepherd's show this week. Left his wife and 2 daughters. So prayers out to the Arnold family. We also, unless you were under a rock, the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth, passed. I believe she was 96 years old. So now there's a King of England again. Hasn't been a King of England in any of our lifetimes. It's always been a Queen of England. I would just say, I'm going to say prayers to the royal family. Maybe the Queen Mother passing will help to rectify some of the madness that is going on in their family between the brothers. But I'm an American, and I don't have any allegiance to England or the United Kingdom. I know it's a big deal, but again, I'm an American. My country is the country that succeeded from the United Kingdom. So yeah. And personally, I don't like the way that they've treated Meghan. I know a lot of people are not fans of Meghan. She can call herself a mixed chick all she wants, but her mom is black, so she's black. And if she didn't know she was black before, she knows she's black now that she is married to Harry. She knows it now. And yesterday, we lost another R&B singer from the 90s, Jesse Powell. He was 51 years old. So we lost We lost David Arnold last week on the 7th. We lost Jesse Powell yesterday. And these were two black men in their 50s. Now, as we can see, David was, really into his health. If you watched his Instagram channel, but if you know his story, when he wasn't, when he wasn't sober, he was very good at it, at getting high. He was very good at getting high. I'm trying to be careful because Sunday they limited my live for ad suitability. So I'm like, what did I say on Sunday? What did I say that is not suitable for ads? I don't know. So let me just, let's try to keep it so that they don't give me that, make this limited. I'm going to go figure out what the heck it is. I guess it's something I said, part of my subject matter. So I just lost my train of thought, y'all. Sorry. So the crazy thing is that even though, David was, a health nut now, when he was back doing that lifestyle, and I mean, he wasn't a cannabis lover. He was doing, lines. So, read in between what I'm saying. Something that's white. That's what he was on. So you just, even when you get clean, you don't know the damage that you did to your body. But, thankfully, he had lived most of his adult life clean because he's in his 50s and for 20 something years, he'd been clean. Could you imagine if, he had been doing that in and out throughout his life, all the way up until he got to his 50s? He probably wouldn't have lived to his 50s. But the way that he was living his life now, it's crazy that a massive heart attack took him out of here. And I'm sure he had never had a heart attack. I'm sure he had never had one. But he was grinding, y'all. He was about to go on a 100-city tour. Now we don't know the particulars in regards to Jesse Powell, and we really hadn't heard a lot from him in recent years. But he was a Grammy-nominated singer back in the 90s, and this is two black men, in their early 50s, and they're out of here. And, and the sad thing is that, we as a melanated community, this is one of the reasons why we celebrate reaching a half century, because a lot of us know people who didn't get there. That's why I'm going to be celebrating making 60 next year. There's people I know that didn't make it out of their 50s. And I'm planning on making it out of my 50s into my 60s, planning on making it out of my 60s into my 70s if the Lord has not come, and to continue on. Shit. Why should the Queen of England be the only one who lives into their 90s? Her and her late husband, both of them lived into their 90s. And there's rumors that they partook of funny stuff. We will never know. But if that in fact is true, we know where she's not. And the funny thing, well, this isn't funny, but the ironic thing is when she passed, Irish Catholics in Ireland celebrated. And they inferred that she's in a fiery place. I mean, I know we don't hear a lot about this these days, but back in the 70s, there was a lot of infighting going on in Ireland between the Protestants and the Catholics. Because there's always been this underlying tension within the United Kingdom, because the national religion is the Church of England, which is the church that Henry VIII started. And if you don't know a lot about that, let me give you guys a little history lesson. Henry VIII was Catholic, and he did not want to stay married to his wife. The Catholic Church did not want to grant him a divorce, so he started his own church so that he could get get a divorce. And he's, the monarchy is the head of the church. It's the Anglican Church, the Church of England. Hey, Red Pill. So, henceforth, that became, the religion, so to speak, in the United Kingdom. Ireland is a very Catholic place. That's why you have Northern Ireland and, Southern Ireland had this conflict. It was a religious conflict. A lot of the conflicts that we're dealing with in the Middle East, that is religious. A lot of wars are about religion. Religion is at the core of a lot of wars. Or freedom thereof. That's one of the reasons why there is a United States of America. Freedom of religion. But, moving on. Don't want to bore you guys with English history. But yeah, so everyone in the royal family is part of the Church of England. That's the English. It's kind of like Episcopal. You know, very close to Catholic, but not Catholic. Like there's other Protestant, denominations that are close to Catholic, but not Catholic. That's probably why I am non-denominational, because I'm not trying to be close to Catholic at all. I grew up in a Catholic church. I know about the Catholic church. And all of those rumors and, things that came to the public eyes are the reasons why I left the Catholic church. Exactly why I left. And yeah, we know about those things happening here in America, but we're not, stupid enough to think that it's not happening around the world. Just different countries have different ways of dealing with it. That's what you guys are saying. Yeah, he made a public statement. I am not a King Charles fan. I was not a fan of him when he was Prince Charles. My issues, Princess Diana. I liked Princess Diana. Those of us who grew up seeing her, think that that whole situation is just, she should still be here. Hey, Coach Malik. You tried doing Catholic? Red Pill, I grew up in a Catholic church. I was, born into it. My mom was Catholic. I don't know why she was Catholic. I honestly don't know why she was Catholic. Because her family is not Catholic. Both of her parents were PKs. They were preachers' kids. My grandmother grew up in the Baptist churches and Seventh-day Adventists. Go figure. My great grandmother was Seventh-day Adventist, and my grandfather's family was Baptist. But my mom converted to Catholicism when she was 18 years old, and so we were raised in the Catholic Church. We honored her wishes, and she was buried in the Catholic cemetery. But if you know anything about the cemetery horror stories in Los Angeles, that's one of the best places to be buried, because we don't have to worry about any nightmares about bodies being moved and stuff. So, we did that because that's what she wanted, but we did not do the the mass and the rosary, and we didn't do none of that. First of all, because we tried to, but we couldn't get her freaking Catholic Church to, help us with that. So we did it. We did it at my church, which is non-denominational. So yeah, that's how we did it. Hey, Bonnie. And so I don't, I don't have fond memories, because of why I had to leave Catholicism. You guys know I live in the Los Angeles area, and when that huge scandal happened, I had already left the Catholic Church. But the reason that I left the Catholic Church was because one of the priests, who was not an archdiocesan priest, and I'm not going to explain that, because if you're not Catholic, you wouldn't understand what I'm talking about anyway. He was basically, I belonged to an independent parish that was not under the Los Angeles Archdiocese. The priests there were from a different order. So this priest at that church did some stuff. Yeah, so I had to leave because they didn't do the right thing. They shipped his ass off somewhere, and I was out of it. I'm like, I'm done. Off the Catholic bus. Because children are off limits. And this was a Black priest with Latino children, which made it worse. Tell me, it caused so much tension in that particular parish. I was on the parish council, and I was done with Catholicism. I was out of there. I didn't care if I had grown up in the Catholic Church. I was gone. And I was done with denominations. And I didn't tell my siblings, who both belonged to the same church as me. I came to California. Everybody came to California. Mm-hmm. So we all belonged to the same church because, we grew up Catholic. So we found a Black Catholic church that was similar to the church that we had grown up in. Once I left, they left. And from that point on, we've never been in the same church. We've grown up together in the same church, but when we left the Catholic Church, we went 3 different ways. As far as, getting our, relationship with God. We found 3 different churches. So, and I've been at the church that I left there and went to since then. It works for me. I'm getting truth. It's a Bible church. So it's about the word. It's about the word. It's not about your interpretation of the word. It's not about, what you extrapolated from it. It's about what it says. Now, of course, we know, when things are parables and when things should be interpreted, but, a lot of things in there are very literal. So, even though people don't like to look at them literally. So, we've talked about this Those are most of my trending topics. The only other one I was going to talk about, well, actually, I have two more. Is that Robert was found guilty today, y'all. Speaking of people touching underage people, that's right. Robert found guilty. So we're going to find out how many more years are going to be added on to his sentences. Because that was in Chicago. He still got to come to LA. He's got a few places he's got to go. They can put him up under. Hey Terry, they gonna put him up under the jail. Up under it. So yeah. Today's Wednesday. He's been found guilty again. And this is dealing with, the P word stuff. The videos. That tape that many of us saw. That one. That's the one. You remember, the tape that was filmed in his house, that he said wasn't him. Yeah, that tape. That tape. So that's what he just was found guilty in regards to that one. Now, I know a lot of people were really upset about that young rapper who was out here in LA visiting his girlfriend, and he was at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and some people approached him to rob him and took his life, and made him unalive. Now, people were saying, well, she posted. People are feeling like because she posted that they were at Roscoe's. Let me just, for those of y'all who don't live in LA, there's not just one Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Matter of fact, they were at the one that's on the east side. And that's not usually the one that you usually will see the celebrities at. Usually the celebrities would be at the one on Pico. But that one's in the hood. In the hood. I don't go to that Roscoe's. And then let's see, there's one on Pico. There's another one that's in Inglewood. I don't think the one in Hollywood is still in Hollywood. There's one in Pasadena. You get my drift. There's multiple Roscoe's. It's not just one Roscoe. So her hosting them at Roscoe didn't mean anything. If you understand what I'm saying, because unless she said which Roscoe's they were at, and she didn't. She just said they were at Roscoe's. And she just showed what they were eating, and right after that, this incident happened. Now, I will say
that this generation, this social media generation, they have a bad habit of putting everything that they're doing on social media. And we have seen multiple situations where that has turned out so badly. We have that other, rapper a couple of years ago. I can't even believe it was a couple of years ago now. And, he was flexing. And, these people came after him. And that's probably the reason why, people like my generation, if I go someplace, I'm not posting nothing until I'm back here. I mean, it's a shame that you can't, post your experiences as you are experiencing them. But it's dangerous because there are weirdos out there. And then there are just people who are hating. I don't know in the case of this, and I believe the rapper was from Philly. I don't believe that they even knew who he was, though. I think it was just a situation of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm not from here, but I don't really hang out on the east side. Okay, I never have dated somebody when I was in my 20s that was on that side of town. Heavily a red situation, if y'all understand what I'm saying. So it's it's not like it was back in the 80s, but coming out of the 2-year panorama, unfortunately, there's so much violence going on. And this is, a lot of people were in town because they did the Emmys this week. Shouts out to Zendaya for getting another Emmy for Euphoria. Shouts out. I didn't know that she was the first one to win one twice. Shouts out to her. Shouts out to her for that. That's what you guys are saying. I know I'm blind, I can't see, so. You wonder what would happen if the internet went down. Some of these people would lose their effing minds. They would not be able to go on. I mean, there was this experiment that we did, that back in the day, where how you could, get your kid in line, take their device away. I'm telling you, my son has flipped the F out about his phone. So, I don't know. I don't know how he doesn't do very well without his device. I think we're also used to literally, look my hand. My phone's in my hand because I have this playing on here so that I can monitor it while I'm on here. But we're also used to having these computers that we can put in our pocket at our fingertips, where we can look up something immediately, find out something immediately. It's that immediate gratification, of Beyonce's internet. Immediate gratification. Now, I know we've all heard that Nicki Minaj is out here suing content creators on these YouTube streets. And y'all were all saying all this stuff when Tasha K's situation came up, and for the record, she's still fighting that, y'all. She's still fighting it. But now Nicki has jumped on the bandwagon, and I think she's suing Jason Lee, Armand Wiggins, Nosy Ho, name a few. Those are the only ones y'all probably know who I'm talking about. So, yeah. So now she's jumping on this suing YouTube content creators train. And now Nosy Ho's business is out there again. Good luck with suing Nosy Ho, Nicki, because that girl ain't got 2 pennies to rub together. That girl ain't got 2 pennies to rub together. So good luck on that one. Out of the people that you have on there, well, none of them have no money. Girl, none of them have no money. They don't have the kind of bank, Tasha, yeah, she makes a bunch of money, but she's got her own platform now. So that's where most of her money is going to be being made. But she's, still contributing to the YouTube as well. But, these people don't make that kind of money. They can't afford to go to court. What you gonna get out of them, Nicki? I'm just wondering. What you gonna get out of them? Who did Nightbot time out? Sorry, Red Pill. Nightbot is tripping in my chat. Nightbot does not like emojis. But y'all knew that this was coming, though. Y'all should not be even surprised that after what happened, with, even though it has not finished playing out, that you were going to start to see other celebrities jump out here. So it's going to be interesting. And then, along with her suing people, she is alleging that there's a rapper out here who was trying to work some stuff on her, and that she has receipts that they did this. Engaged with like a shaman or something. But us? Now, she didn't say who it is, but who would want to have her out of the way? What female rappers would want to have her out of the way? Maybe the same one who can't seem to put out an album, you know that one who they call it the X 2-year superstar. Her, maybe it's her, because she has said some little crazy things, And she's Dominican. Some of them down there in them islands are into that, that Santeria. But this is what Nikki is alleging. She's not saying who it is, but she says she has receipts. But I've already told you that there's a lot of things that people are doing and have done in the music industry and in other industries that dabble in demonic things. So, yeah, I'm just going to be careful on what I say because, I don't want them to limit this one. I think that's why my last one got limited, because I started talking about started spitting some truth. So I'm going to leave that one alone. We're not going to do that in this stream. I'll do that in the stream. I'm not trying to monetize. Maybe, do a stream and record it for members only and make it a members only if I'm going to talk about that kind of stuff, because, yeah, there's reasons why your girl DC, was doing music. That was what I wanted to do. And, my son being on the autism spectrum is not the only reason that I stopped doing it. That would make it more difficult, but I was still pursuing. There's stuff, there is stuff, there is stuff, there is stuff. It was the stuff that I saw personally was enough for me to know that I didn't want to see other stuff. I wasn't going to compromise myself, Yeah. But that's what Nikki says. So she says she has receipts. I bet she does. But the thing is that we can also question your motives. Why are you trying to out someone else when you're high enough up in that stuff, or have been, that you know what's going on? You ain't stupid. I'm just saying. Oh, you think it's Megan? I don't think so. I don't think it's her. Did y'all see that natural picture that she posted? Meg the Stallion. It's a post that she posted with her real hair, her natural hair, flat iron, and no makeup. And she is absolutely gorgeous, but I knew she was a very pretty girl anyway. She doesn't need all of that makeup, but oh, thank you. Thanks for coming to the upper room. Thank you, Angel. I don't know. I think she's a very pretty girl, but I'm glad that she, showed pictures so people can see that, most people who wear protective hairstyles, whether it be braids like I wear or, wigs and weaves like she wears, most people we've got a head full of hair. Obviously, I've got a head full of hair because when I put the braids in, it's like even more. I got a lot of hair. And it's thick and it's healthy. But I like to keep it thick and healthy. And it's curly. And curly hair is extremely dry. And you have to do a lot. Yeah. So I'd rather keep it braided. I'm good. It's easy to keep my hair braided as being an autism mom. It's easy to keep it braided. I guess I'm talking too long and he wants to come and say hi to y'all. So let me move over so he can say hi. All right, let me move over. No. Don't sit on my iPad. Go ahead. Sit down. Say hi. Okay. What you found? He's gone. He just wants to say hi. He just wants to say hi to y'all. He's doing well with his job, y'all. He's doing good. I think he's now with his permanent job coach. So like the first week, he was going at different times, but now, he has a specific start time. So he leaves here at 8:15 every day. He's back home like around 2. So, about 4 or 5 hours. I think, that's probably about as much of, his attention that we're going to get right now. But he's doing good. He's doing good with that. So I'm happy to report that, so far so good, y'all. We made it through. We're almost halfway through the month. He started working on the first of the month, so he's doing good. He's doing good. Oh, before I forget, I told y'all I was going to keep up with this, and I am keeping up with this. In regards to the young lady, the nurse who, was driving and killed those people in Los Angeles. Yeah, she's not getting out on bail. She will be sitting until she goes to court, as she should. They not buying her mental situation, or rather that her mental situation was the reason why she did that. They feel that she knew what she was doing. I feel that she knew what she was doing. Yeah. So yeah, she's going to be staying in jail. Whatever the situation was, whatever was on her mind, she's going to be staying in jail. there's a baby that didn't even make it to their first birthday that's unalive. There's a mother who was pregnant with her second child. Both her and that child are unalive as well. She was the mother of the other child, and then her partner, who was the father of the child she was carrying, is unalive, along with several other people. You, the woman who did this, are still here. You're still here. Mm-hmm. You're still here. So she can sit her butt in jail. She can sit her butt in jail. All right, so now let me get to these YouTube streets before I get out of here. See, there's so much more going on in the world than what the F is going on this platform. So, I get to YouTube what's going on here last, because that's not my majority content. So in the last 48 hours, we've had a content creator who had police called on her, and CPS has visited her children's school and probably her home at this point, because some crazy bitch on here decided to call. That's the lowest effing thing that you can do. And this said person, who allegedly did this, don't even have an effing kid. More or less, you were crying and about your friend whose children were taken, and so you guys can't take a drag. So you are flagging people, and you are calling fake wellness checks. What the F is wrong with you, girl? If you really did this stuff, you are the lowest of the low. And don't lie and say you didn't do it if you did it. Be a grown-ass woman and own up to your ish. If you did it. Because, just because you couldn't have any kids, you're gonna go after someone who actually is a good mother, okay? Actually is a good mother, okay? Because I'm sorry, but your friend, her being a good mother is still questionable. Still questionable. Since she hasn't been clean for a lengthy period of time during their existence. And I know people say, well, that has nothing to do with parenting skills. Sure it does. Sure it does. Because while you're doing that stuff, you're not being a parent. Now, I know people have made claims about this other person that she did stuff, but nobody's ever alleged or even, had anything. She's never lost her children. And regardless of anything that anybody has seen, we've never seen anything crazy in her background. She appears to have a clean house. Unlike those photos that are floating out there of that other girl's house. The one that she said she sold, got rid of. So that's some foul stuff. And the fact that you guys are trying to make this into a black sector versus the beef sector, get off that bullshit. This is between the content creators who are causing this havoc. Yeah. And not everybody else. That's not the entire beef sector. So don't try to make it about everybody. And if you're one of the individuals that has been pulled into it, well, if you ain't have nothing to do with it, then just, clear your name, I guess. But most of you folk, have been just around here coddling somebody who's almost 50 effing years old, supposed to get high for the last 18 something years, and now has told us that they're not going to, that they're living a clean life. Time will only tell that, and that's what they need to understand. Because until people see you not that way for a long time, homegirl, you will still be, that's the person that they've known all this time, and you cannot make the world forget that. You can't. Especially not on here. But y'all doing this all for some effing numbers, for clicks and views. So you are potentially endangering this woman's children when nothing was going on over there. Now there's a lot of things that we may say about that particular content creator, but nothing in regards to her mothering skills. And that's coming from me, super mommy over here, okay? I ain't seen nothing. I have seen stuff that makes me question with this other girl. Hey. All for an effing click and a view. For a click and a view. Y'all full of it. And then we had another person who's quote unquote an autism mom who allegedly told someone who's not a mom that her child's father, who may or may not be on the spectrum, is the reason why her child has autism. Right. What the F is wrong with you, girl? You've already gone and hidden your page. It would be better for you not to even talk about the fact that you have a special needs child than for you to come out here and say some ignorant shit like that in regards to autism. But your scary ass has hidden your page because you did all this lying, and now you got J Dub on your ass. I guess you were trying to get a click and a view too. So now you played, the lesbian games. Girl, you in your 40s. You too old to be out here doing this ish. And quote unquote, if you have a teenager on the spectrum, you don't have time for all this F-ish that you're doing. You really don't. I know. I had a teenager on the spectrum. Yeah. And if they're verbal, and this is whether they're verbal or nonverbal, when they're teenagers, they are teenagers. Mm, and you have to deal with some teenage stuff. But meanwhile, you flying across the country and stuff. I'm questioning your decision-making skills, ma'am. This is one of the things that I'm going to say. When you have children on the spectrum, if you are not in a relationship, you may have to sacrifice those kind of things while you're raising your children on the spectrum. Now, I'm not saying, you can't get it in, but flying the F around the country, girl, ain't there some local? Ain't some local? I don't understand all y'all. I don't understand y'all mixing and mashing with these folks on the internet. It's insane to me. It's insane to me. And now your ass is caught up in this mess. Now you all caught up in this. Caught up. So you've hidden your channel like you always did. You need to not be out here talking to people about autism and making it seem like it's genetic when it's not. Because a person can have autism and they do not have to have a child that has autism. That does not heighten the odds because it's not genetic. Yeah, I'll have to do a whole show on that one. But I just, that was part of the YouTube news, the YouTube streets, because there was a whole, lesbian thing going on that we didn't, that blew out of the water, with this quote unquote autism. And she's the effing snake. All right. What is going on with all of these mothers who have children on the spectrum that get on YouTube and are messy as F? Anyway, I have been on here for over an hour. So it is time for me to get off of here because this is not my only source of income. And I have some other things that I need to be working on. I will be back on Friday. I'll give you guys some thoughts on Friday when I come on the character that I am playing in this movie that I'm going to be in, because we're making some adjustments to the character so that myself playing the character is more believable. So I'll tell y'all about that on Friday. And hopefully these streets will stay, kind of quiet. Hopefully it'll stay kind of quiet between now and then. And We can talk about other things. That doesn't even have to be part of our commentary. Doesn't even have to be part of our commentary. Oh, I forgot. To the young lady out there who seems to have a problem with brown chocolate women, what's your problem, girl? Why you got a problem with us? And I've been nothing but nice to you. So, and I've been thinking, I have been thinking that people have been coming at you, and now I'm coming to find out that you've been doing all kinds of sneaky stuff behind the scenes, girl. Just to get a click in the view, that ain't even. But I think that you're finding that people ain't on board with you with this going after us chocolate women. Like just all of us. Because you have a problem with a couple, and I don't even know why you really have a problem with them, but I'm just disappointed in you, girl. But I'm gonna keep bringing my chocolate face on camera. Yes, I am. And I'm just gonna be watching this nonsense that you're doing. I don't understand why you're doing it. I don't know why you're doing it. I don't understand. It's not working. Whoever's telling you there's working is not your friend. They're not your friend. They're not your friend if they're telling you that stuff is working and going after everybody who's chocolate. Yeah, that's probably why I'm gonna just posting every day when I say good morning, beautiful chocolate women. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start drawing some beautiful chocolate women too. It just inspired me to draw beautiful chocolate women. Because we are beautiful. And I'm not into the body shaming. I know other people are. I don't do that. That's not my stilo. Okay. I know there's a lot of people out there who like to body shame everybody. But, the people who are doing all the body shaming generally have issues themselves. They generally have issues themselves. That's why I don't do body shaming. Ain't no issues going on over here. I love what God gave me naturally. Yeah. Ain't nothing sagging. Everything's still tight and right. So there's no reason for me to do that. I'm an old woman. That's all y'all need to know. Old woman. Old woman on here who comes on here, gives her commentary, who knows that she's a beautiful chocolate sister, and could care less about people saying stuff. But I had to say something to you, girl, because I thought we were cool. But I guess we're not. I don't have no issues with you, but you have issues with me because my skin is chocolate. That's so stupid. It really is dumb. It's dumb. Narrow-minded. Colorist. Colorist. So. All right, y'all. Hey, TC. Girl, I had to go off on somebody for a minute. I love my... Yeah, If I turned off this light, y'all probably wouldn't be able to see me. I got the light on, see? Got the light on. Do good. Turn the light off. See? Now you can see how chocolate, see how dark I am? Yeah. Girl is silly. And then you're going over there to the beach sector with that mess, with that colorist mess. Girl, they not with it either. Don't do it. What you doing ain't cute. Okay. All right, y'all, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. Thank you guys for coming, hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Always. I know we don't do the drama over here. We just give our commentary. Before I leave, I have to say congratulations to Couture Bay for getting her 5K. She got her 5K, and you guys, I am on the road to my 2K. When I get to 2K, we're gonna have a little party because we getting ours organically. We ain't over here buying subs. We ain't over here buying views. We giving you real content. No drama. Well, we do give commentary on the drama that is YouTube. Anyway, I'm out of here. I will see you guys on Friday. Let me see if I can get my outro together. Until then, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out, you guys. I'll see y'all Friday. Peace.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight's Not So Random Chat. But I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side.